With all of this talk surrounding AI and how it is going to revolutionize the way we work, the way we teach, the way we think, even the way we interact with the world, I started to wonder whether or not I could use AI to make more money. Let's find out. This is Rich Girl's Guide, where we demystify the world of personal finance to help you create a financially successful and fulfilling life. I'm your host, Kirby Delicano, and I worked in wealth management for over 6 years before leaving the office to focus on my business and my family. Okay, we are putting AI to the test today to see if it can help us make money. I want to test out 3 different categories: creating new income streams for immediate monetary benefit, ideas on how to increase net worth over time, and I want to see if it will create a customized budget for me to follow. All right, we are using ChatGPT today because it's free, and honestly, it's the first thing that I think of when I think of AI. If you use anything different, let me know down in the comments. I'd be intrigued to know if there are better AI chat boxes, websites, systems. You know what I mean. Okay, so we are going to start with extra income. So I'm going to type in, how can I make more money today? Okay, so it looks like I received back a list of random jobs and side hustles. We have freelancing, selling items, offer services, day trading. Are you kidding me? Okay, some of these are like pretty obvious. Gig economy, for example, you can sign up to be a driver for Uber or Lyft, but ooh, man, the day trading, that one is a little crazy. Please do not start day trading just because AI told you to. All right, so we are not off to a great start. Let's go ahead and pick one of these options to expand on. I'm thinking temporary work. So let's look for temporary or one-day job opportunities in your area, such as event staff, catering, or promotional work. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask ChatGPT to find temporary work near me. Okay, as of my last update in January 2022, I don't have access to real-time data or browsing capabilities to find specific temporary work opportunities in your area. However, I can suggest some general strategies to help you find temporary work. Okay, so it looks like we can't actually go and find job listings, which maybe that's just because this is like a free service, but it does give some general suggestions on how to go about finding job listings, such as online job boards, staffing agencies, and networking. Wow. Okay, so this is like really, really basic level suggestions. It does not seem like we are thinking much outside of the box here. Okay, let's try a different approach. How can I make $1,000 today? Okay, it is thinking, and we're basically getting the same list as before with freelancing, temp work, and oh, yay, day trading again. It's great. It's almost like AI is suggesting that day trading is so easy and we should all be doing it. Okay, moving on. Moving on. All right, I'm going to try one more avenue for immediate income, but I'm letting you know right now, if it suggests day trading one more time, I am just moving on. This is like kind of bananas. All right, let's try, how can I make passive income? Yay! Okay, so it looks like we are finally getting some solid ideas here. Investing in dividend paying stocks. Investing in dividend paying stocks, absolutely. That is a great way to start building net worth and utilizing compound growth. Rental properties, 100% on board. I'll link my house hacking episode right here for you. Peer-to-peer lending. Now, this is something that I've actually never heard of. Okay, so it says peer-to-peer lending, invest in peer-to-peer lending platforms where you can lend money to individuals or businesses in exchange for interest payments. Interesting. Platforms like Prosper or Lending Club allow you to earn passive income through interest payments. Now, this is intriguing. Obviously, you have to start with like some amount of money in order to be able to lend it to others. But even if you had like $1,000 to spare, I'm sure that would be enough to get started. Now, interest payments are going to be minimal, especially if you are lending out smaller amounts of money, but this can truly be passive income in like the truest sense and will absolutely get you higher interest rates than like your typical CD or high yield savings account. The downside here is the potential risk that you never get paid back. Let's see what ChatGPT has to say about that. What are the potential benefits and risks of peer-to-peer lending? Here we go. Benefits include higher returns, diversification. Yeah, I guess that is. Okay. Passive income. Yep. Control. Okay, that's a big one. Let's see what it says. Investors have control over which loans to fund, allowing them to select loans based on risk profiles, interest rates, and other criteria. Awesome. All right, and moving on to risks, we have default risk, of course, the possibility that you might not get any of your money back. Credit risk, liquidity risk. Now, that is also a big one. You obviously do not want to be lending out any money that you are going to need in the short term. Like, let's say, for example, you have money set aside that's meant for a home down payment or a car purchase within the next like 6 to 12 months. You want that money to be liquid. In other words, you can get your hands on it within 24 to 48 hours. I would also venture to say that since these platforms are more than likely catering to folks who can't receive a traditional loan, the default risk is going to be higher than the average loan default risk. So any money that you put into this peer-to-peer lending should truly be money that you are ready to lose. Now, obviously, we don't want to lose this money. We don't want to lose any money. But if the loan does default and you receive $0 back, you want to make sure you are not financially ruined. Think of it as gambling. Okay, last thing I want to check is if ChatGPT will recommend any specific sites or apps for this. What are the best P2P lending platforms or apps? Okay, so it looks like they are listing out 8 different platforms that offer this service. Lending Club, Prosper, Upstart. I think I've actually heard of that one. Okay. Funding Circle, Pureform, Kaiva, Bondora, and Mintos. There's no way I pronounced those correctly. Damn, I'm actually thoroughly impressed. I'm really thinking about trying this out for myself. If I try this, I will make another episode and update y'all on the process and whether or not I think it's worth it. If you have tried this before, please let me know how it went in the comments. I'm honestly like very intrigued right now. Real quick, I wanted to pop in and say thank you for listening to today's episode. If you haven't already, please consider popping over to YouTube and hitting that subscribe button. We just hit our goal of 200 subscribers and our next goal is 250. All right, let's get back to the show. Okay, moving right along, and I'm actually going to skip to the budget question next, and then I'll end with the net worth questions. Okay, so I'm going to give it some information. My family of 4 makes $100,000 annually. Can you make us a monthly budget? Yo, I am a gobsmacked right now. It just made a legit budget with explanations and categories. This is crazy. Okay, let's see if it's missing anything. Housing, check. Utilities, check. Transportation, healthcare, debt payments, check, check, check. Childcare. Okay, we have $600 a month down for childcare, which is outrageously small, at least for my children. We only have one, and she's in a half-day preschool right now, and that $600 will still only cover about like 2 weeks. Okay, savings, nice variable expenses, and allocation of remaining income. Guys, I am actually shooketh right now. This is a solid budget. The only thing I don't see listed out is taxes, which could be an issue. So let's go back up to the top and see. Okay, so it lists out monthly income of $8,333, which comes out to, okay, yeah, just below $100,000 annually. So that's perfect. And then it takes off 20% for taxes, which between federal and income is actually pretty on par for us, which leaves us with a remaining monthly income of $6,667 monthly. We're going to ignore the 666, okay? Okay, this is like a legit budget. This is actually giving me an idea for another episode, so I'm gonna leave this here for now. But if you are going to try making yourself a budget with ChatGPT right now, I would definitely include your fixed costs so that it can make a more personalized plan for you. So many ideas. Okay, last but not least, we are going to ask, how do I increase my net worth over time? Okay, so it's saying increasing your net worth over time involves growing your assets and reducing your liabilities. Here are several strategies to help you increase your net worth. Okay, and it gives a list of strategies, but also goes into detail on each of them. We have budgeting and saving, debt management, investing, increase income, asset accumulation, which is focusing on accumulating appreciating assets such as stocks, real estate, and business ownership, minimize expensive, and continual learning. Okay, I know that compared to what we normally go over on the show, this probably seems like baby steps and no-brainers, but guys, this is like really good advice. If you are someone who knows nothing about saving or investing or like money in general, this could be a really amazing tool to learn about these different strategies and really dive into getting a deeper understanding without maybe feeling the shame or like don't know things if you were sitting with a financial advisor or sitting with some kind of a professional. All right, let's pretend like I don't know anything about investing and let's see what ChatGPT will say to me. How do I get started in investing if I know nothing? Here's a step-by-step guide to help you get started. Oh shit, okay. Educate yourself, set clear goals, establish an emergency fund. I really think this thing is trying to make me fall in love with it, honestly. Open an account, start with simple investments, invest regularly, diversify, monitor, and rebalance. Guys, this is crazy. This is like a whole dissertation. Okay, so I saw that under simple investments, it mentions consider starting with simple, low-cost investment options such as index funds or ETFs that offer broad market exposure and diversification. That's amazing, but maybe not the most helpful to someone who doesn't know what an ETF or an index fund is. So let's see if it will actually recommend specific funds. I wonder if it's able to or not. What are some low-cost index funds or ETFs that will offer growth over time? Holy mo- This just came up with a ton of different options. It separated them out by type. So we have US stocks, international bond, and real estate. And it literally gives descriptions and the ticker symbol of each of these. And oh, damn. Okay, so we actually use some of these exact same funds in our portfolios back at my former wealth management office. So just as an example, iShares Core S&P 500 ETF, ticker symbol IVV. This ETF seeks to replicate the performance of the S&P 500 index, which includes 500 of the largest publicly traded companies in the United States. This is actually insane. That is a wonderful suggestion. I thought that perhaps AI would not be able to give out specific investment like recommendations, but I guess it's not a formal recommendation. Okay, and they do have a little disclaimer at the end basically saying like do your own research and get professional advice if needed, but guys, this information is on point. Sorry for the swearing. I was not expecting this and I'm very excited, if you couldn't tell. To be completely honest, I thought that this episode today was going to be the exact opposite of what it became. I thought that the income ideas were going to be great and we would have some awesome ideas to start making money immediately, and that the budgeting and the net worth ideas would be like very mundane and like not very helpful. Wow, was I wrong? And you know what? I'm not even upset about it. I literally have like half a dozen new video ideas just swirling around up in here. Okay, enough about what I think though. What do you think? Is ChatGPT really going to make us rich, or is it more of a tool in the toolbox to help assist us with ideas and execution? Personally, I'm excited to see in the coming months and years how the technology will continue to develop and how we can utilize it even more to our advantage. Let me know, drop a comment below, or submit anonymously through the link in the description. Don't forget to subscribe or follow wherever you are listening right now. And as always, I will have a video out this Thursday on YouTube and a brand new episode next Monday. Later, rich girls.